How to get so rich wholesaling real estate, you start questioning the meaning of making money. What is up, guys? Zach in here. And in today's video, I want to share with you exactly 5 fundamental lessons I've learned in my 7, almost 8 years of wholesaling real estate. Almost 3,000. We're at 2,000. We're about to hit 3,000 very soon. Of just the lessons I've learned to get to this point. And to get to a point where you start questioning the meaning of money, wholesaling real estate, and all these things. And the goal has always been financial freedom, but there gets to a point with the scaling that things just start getting crazy. And I'm lucky to be at this point. I'm lucky to be at this point where I'm making a ton of money in this business. And really scaling is getting easier and easier. And ultimately, I want to really share exactly the lessons I'm learning in my scaling now, because these are the same principles that I used to make my first 100 grand in wholesaling. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I want to share with you exactly rules to live by. And these aren't like, oh, be a man, like actual fundamental things to start doing in wholesaling real estate that have led me to success, that will lead you to success. This is going to be a complete wholesaling marketing degree, a wholesaling degree today. And I really want to share with you exactly what you need to know. Again, with everything I do, I tell you the things that you don't want to hear, but you would need to hear. And so let's kind of break down my 5 fundamental rules and laws I've come up with. And really, I'm speaking to 3 different wholesalers today. And I want to make this talk something where they can all understand it. I want to talk to the wholesaler that is brand new, trying to get started wholesaling, trying to make their way in. I also want to talk to a wholesaler who is maybe doing a deal. Maybe they're doing 6 deals a year, right? A deal every other month. And they're trying to get to that point where they can finally get consistent so they can quit that job. And lastly, I want to talk to the wholesaler that is making $500,000, $1 million a year in wholesaling that says, like, I want more. I want to get to the next level. And this is something I think all of you guys can speak to and really understand today to help you get to this point. This is really a talk I wish I had when I was at all 3 of these points. When I was trying to get my first deal, when I was trying to get my 10th deal, and when I was trying to get my 1,000th deal. And I think this is going to be really important for everyone watching today, because every single person can benefit from these rules. And when I make a rule, I stick to the rule. I don't bend the rule. I stick to it, and I don't stop. There's a lot of frustrated wholesalers out here. So let's break this down. Let's talk about it. My first rule in wholesaling real estate, I want everyone to understand this. Marketing is king. Marketing rules the wholesaling real estate space. From every aspect of this business, marketing is the king. Marketing is letting people know who you are, what you have, and what you want, and what you can provide. This is what marketing is at its fundamental truth and what it is in wholesaling real estate. This is not real estate developing. This is not flipping houses where there are other factors at play. This is wholesaling houses, baby. And this is a marketing business. There's not like a special lot we understand in San Francisco where we can help the city and change the development codes. And this ain't what wholesaling is. The dumbest real estate flippers, though, the ones that know the least about plumbing and how to change drywall and sheetrock out here, those are the ones that don't do best in wholesale. The ones that don't know this stuff and the ones that fundamentally focus on a specialization of marketing went out. And I've said this a lot of times, and I get all the yappers out here, but who cares about how good of a dispositions person you are? Who cares how good of an acquisitions person you are? When at the end of the day, your marketing is going to be king. It is going to be number one, the top player on the chessboard. Your king and your queen is going to be marketing. Now, you have other moves, right? And to win in chess, you don't need only the king and the queen, but those are the most important pieces. And how you move those pieces are going to at the end of the day, determine your success. Now, your pawns, you can screw up, you can ruin the rook, right? And everything can go disarray. But one thing I will tell you is knowing how to move the marketing on the chessboard of wholesaling real estate will make you a success. At the end of the day, I knew nothing about acquisitions. I knew basically nothing about dispositions, but I was able to get my first deal under contract, and that's how I got my success. And of course, acquisitions is super important. Of course, dispositions is important, but really it is not the most important part. And when I get wholesalers asking me, Zach, how should I schedule my day? Your day should be fundamentally, most of it, the biggest chunk should be marketing. And this is the way I teach. And this is the way more wholesalers than anyone else. I've taught more people how to get their first wholesaling real estate deal than any other person in the history of wholesaling real estate. I don't care who you want to say. I don't care who you want to mention. I have produced more first deals than anybody else because I have a free wholesaling course, but because the way I teach wholesaling is fundamentally screwed up compared to everything else is. Most of wholesaling real estate is you can't get started unless you know this one secret of a sales script, of a disposition script, of X, Y, and Z. I just tell you what to do and I say, just work hard. And the funniest part is working hard will beat any secret anybody has in wholesaling real estate. The Novation's secret dude is going to get walloped by the guy that just works hard. The guy that is the best closer in the world is going to get destroyed by the guy that puts his head down and gets double the leads of that person. And I'm not going to hear her go on a tangent about people that focus on closing all day, but I'll tell you, if you give me 2 leads, so at the end, if I get a month and I have 20 leads and the best closer in the world has 10, I will get 14 deals. My closing rate won't be as good as the other guy, but I'll still make more money because I focus on marketing. Marketing is going to be everything in this business. And if you can focus on this, you will be successful. I don't know one wholesaler that has a primary marketing objective that puts in the work and puts in the hours that doesn't become successful. Marketing is everything. And I can argue with anybody out here about marketing. I don't know one person that has 100 leads, like legit leads that can't close them. Okay. Like even if you're like really bad at your operations, at the end of the day, when you talk to a seller, like let's really talk about bad acquisitions. Hey, I'm looking to buy your house. Will you do this price? I just like, even if you're really bad, you're going to get deals doing that. Like that is how I love marketing so much. And so if you look at my free wholesaling course, the primary objective is marketing. And we can talk about marketing all day till the cows go home, but I'm telling you, marketing is king. That is it. Number 2, this is for the wholesaler that has gotten a deal or 2 deals or 3 deals, right? And I see some people in the comments here that I've helped a lot. Go from deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 10, 12, 15, right? And the rule has always been the same for these people. The people that start getting a little bit of traction and, they're like right here. But so if they want to go from here to here, they're right here. They got to get that extra step. And the best way to go from making 20K a month to 200K a month, to go from 0K a month to 10K a month is testing. I don't know what else to say this. I wish I had a sexy phrase for this. But my rule number 2 here is do what works and keep doing that. I fundamentally crazy. I could write a book about this, but if you're wholesaling right now and you've tried 10 different lists, you've tried texting, calling, novations, Facebook blasting, bandit signs, digital bandit signs, drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars, voicemail AI drops, and everything in between. And you have found after putting hundreds of hours in this business, I got 4 contracts and they were all from texting a pre-foreclosure. What you need to do is find the cash cow and just go all in on that. Just put all of your effort into what's been working. And then if you run out of that, then go to the next. And what I mean by this is I have people that like their first 4 deals are all from pre-foreclosures. And they're like, Zach, what do I do? You are going to call, text, send a letter out, put a sticky note out on every pre-foreclosure possible. But should I cold call the high equity shit? No, hey. You got 4 deals from just this. We got to go hard in the paint on this. The point is, if you find something and if you're striking gold somewhere, so if you're a gold miner and you found this spot has the gold, we're not going to go get a little gold and then run out to another spot. We're going to go excavator. I can't say the word, right? What's the big thing that they have in the gold mining? They excavate. I can't even say it right. This is how I know about gold mining. Excavator, whatever it is. But like what they do is they basically mine the entire half a mile radius and go crazy in that area. Because if there's gold here, there's going to be gold all around it. Simple as that. Simple. And so if it's working, you keep doing it. And once you do all the pre-foreclosures for the month, Then you can start doing other things and figure out what works there. Okay, now I found out that texting the pre-foreclosures works, but also I found out that calling the probates have landed me deals now. There we go. Perfect. So guess what I'm going to do now? I'm going to be doing what is working. And this is the way we start going from one deal a month. The best way I can get from someone to go from 0 deals in a month to 1 deal a month to 2 deals a month and 3 deals a month. Literally, all you have to do, I promise you this, keep marketing, try all these things. And then once you get a deal, keep doing what got you that deal. And if you just keep doing that, you'll get 1 deal a month and then do another list, 2 deals a month, 3, 4, 5, and then boom. You just got to find what works. And for most people, I am a broken record here, but it's going to be the probate list. That probate list is going to land you more success than anything else. I don't know why, but I could tell you right now, for anyone starting out, probates are your best bang for your buck. Cost no money. It's a little pain in the butt to pull the list, but it gets you the most success. I don't know why I'm still the only person on YouTube really talking about this. Rick too, but probates land you so much stinking success. Love the probate list. It is hands down the best. Now, rule number 3. Nobody ever went broke at 10,000 hours. Let's really think about this really hard. Let's really think about this really, really hard here, guys and gals. It takes about 10,000 hours to master something. And for me to put 10,000 hours into wholesaling real estate, took me 2 years, 2.5, I think if I did the math, I think 2.5 years to hit 10,000 hours. If I'm being honest with myself, that's probably how much it took me, about 2.5 years, because I was 13, 14-hour days. There's some days I did like 4, 5, 6 hours starting out. So like really took me 2.5 hours to hit this point. And what I could say, it takes on average 10,000 hours to master a skill. If you're going to be a craftsman, plumber, master electrician, whatever it is. I've never met a man or woman who hits 10,000 hours in wholesaling real estate marketing, acquisitions, dispositions, learning, that hasn't become successful, that hasn't gotten a couple deals or is consistently getting deals. I don't know. One, most people quit at 1,000 hours. A lot of people quit at 500 hours, 2,000 hours, 4,000 hours, 5,000 hours, but never at 10,000 hours. That's like madman. That's like lunatic numbers. And if you're crazy like me, you can hit it pretty fast. Like, I mean, heck, I hit 10,000 hours, I think at 19 years old. That's how crazy I am. And so if nobody ever went broke putting 10,000 hours into wholesaling, completely mastered the game. Never, ever, right? Nobody ever went broke at 10,000 hours. So really, if you have to log your hours for motivation, just really think about that. 10,000 hours in wholesaling real estate. That's all you got to put in. It's all you got to put in to become a master at the game. But most people aren't willing to hit it, and I don't blame them. Some people only got a couple hours, and that's okay. But really think about that for a second. There's no way you can go broke doing that. Heck, I've even said there's no way you go broke pulling 2,000 reverse drawing for dollars leads and put 2,000 sticky notes out and call those people and not get a deal. Like I don't know anyone that has done that. And that's, what is that? Maybe 300 hours of marketing, right? Like, so it just, at the end of the day, like I know what it takes to get a deal. Like if you're in a market that doesn't suck, like if you're not in New York City, if you're not in San Francisco, heck, some parts of Miami, Chicago, proper, LA, like it's hard not to get deals, man. Like I don't know what else I could tell you. I'm not even trying to be cocky. I'm not trying to out here being arrogant, but just put your 10,000 hours in. If you really want to talk to me, give your excuses why everything sucks, give me your 10,000 hours, then come back to me and tell me what's going on. I haven't found one person. Next, talking about markets. This is true too. Your market might suck. And I've been having a lot of examples of this lately, of a lot of people in Flipboard Plus that, they've been in Flipboard Plus for like 6 months. They've been to 2 events. Like I've personally talked to them and I've tried everything with them, and just, it sounds crazy. Like I'm a weird guy, like I always find markets. I always can get deals in any market. Right. And yeah, maybe, I'll spend $4,000, which is crazy for marketing, only get a $10,000 deal, but I'll still get deals. Right. Most people can't do that. I get it. Right. But there's a lot of these people that they're struggling and they're hard workers. It's not them. Okay, they're not lazy bums, right? I talk about lazy bums in wholesaling all the time. These are not lazy bum people. These are people working their tail ends off in this business. And the one thing I found is it's like, I always say, like, dude, like, I'm blaming your marketing, not the market. Stop blaming the market, blame the marketing. And at this point, like, I could tell them, I'm like, hey, let's just go virtual. Like, this is a market where I consistently get 6 deals a month, 6 to 7, no problem. Government list only. Like, this works. Just do it. Like, I don't even care about my competition. Just do it. And they get deals. And I know it's crazy to say this, but your market might be the issue. And yeah, don't be that guy that says, Zach, I'm in Columbus, Ohio. I can't get any deals. It's definitely my market. I ain't talking to you. Okay. I ain't talking to you, homeboy. I'm talking to the guy in Inland Empire. I'm talking to the guy in Western Pennsylvania, no name town, Minnesota, right? Like some places are a little weird. Those are the areas where you might want to go virtual, and you might want to go in places where, like, these people, like, the one fundamental thing I did find with these type of people is they always get deals under contract, right? Because they're not lazy bums and they always do the marketing. They just have a really hard time selling them. Pittsburgh's been really hard for a lot of wholesalers lately. Even for the JVs is like, man. And so you really got to understand that you might just have to change your market to an area where it's hard to find deals, but it's easy to sell. And this can really flip the switch on your wholesaling, where if you're already good at closing sellers, you just got to focus really hard on your marketing. You can get deals and you're going to become successful. And so if you just know that, even for my wholesalers that start getting into virtual wholesaling, they go from local wholesaling to virtual wholesaling. As a guy that has tried a lot of markets, and I cannot lie, I've tried a lot of markets. I have failed in a lot. I probably failed in more virtual markets than successful markets. I mean, by far. I've tried them all. North, south, east, and west. Okay. But the thing is, like testing, I found the markets that are stupid profitable and I stick in those. And I found the ones that aren't stupid profitable and I stopped doing that. Simple as that. So just understanding that will help you out. Remember, freewholesaling.com, we help you a lot with that. And then number 5 here, finding people to leverage your time. And this is a key lesson for any business owner. This is a key lesson for the beginner and for the expert. But really think about this and really take this with a grain of salt. If you're a beginner and you're a wholesaler that has 3 kids, a wife, you're taking care of an elderly parent or grandparent, and you can only put an hour or 2 at most in this business, it's going to be really hard for you to start getting consistent wholesaling deals. It's going to be very difficult. I don't lie to you. It's going to be very hard. One of the best ways as a beginner to start finding deals and having success in this business is to go out here and just find people who are other wholesalers and leverage their time. Of course, you're going to give out part of the deal, but you're going to leverage some of their expertise. Maybe a kid that can put 9 hours a day in this business, and you start doing deals together with them, right? Leveraging time as a beginner works really well. And then on the flip side, leveraging other people's time. And so for the JVs, for example, right? If I get sent 15 JV deals, do you think I want you guys to understand, do you think I sit down at my desk and I spend an hour, 30 minutes on a deal? Do you think I spend 8 hours a day underwriting new JV deals that get sent and then trying to dispo the 30 or 40 other contracts I have for the week? Do you think that's what I do? Do I sit down at the desk, do it all? No. Okay. Like I need 3 Zachs for that, right? And I do have 3 Zachs, right? You have other people who that's all they do. And that's kind of the point here. When you're going to get to the point where you're trying to do the amount of deals I'm doing, you need other people, right? I can't be on 2 appointments at once in my local market. It's impossible. Guess what I do? I have acquisitions managers and I have dispositions managers and I have all these things. And so just understand that wherever in your business, it never hurts to network. It never hurts to have a great relationship with somebody and find a way where you can utilize your assets, they can utilize their strengths, and find a way to mix together. This works really well. One example of this is me and Rick Ginn. When we combined our forces, we ended up not doubling our money. So for example, if I'm a guy that makes 100K a year wholesaling and you're a guy that makes 100K a year wholesaling and we combine our businesses and we make 200K, that's stupid because we both make the same amount. The point of partnership, the point of collaboration is if I join forces with you, we end up making 300K a year. And so our income comes up 50% because we collaborated. It's like if you gave me a peanut butter sandwich, it's like, okay. Give me a jelly sandwich, it's okay. But you give me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, we're talking. And so finding the right people to leverage time works well, but also finding the wrong people to leverage time is going to suck. It's like putting pineapple on pizza. It doesn't work. Okay. It ruins it. And so finding people to leverage your time, the right people, is going to help you out. And really, so some other rules I think people should live by, and I haven't numbered these rules. I think this is just something for everyone to live by. This might be more foo-foo, if you will, but I want everyone watching this to really understand this. If you're watching this and you want to become successful, you're going to have to fall into a self-hypnosis. And what I mean by this is I'm talking to a lot of new wholesalers that are completely new. You're super nervous getting started. You're scared to maybe hop on a one-on-one that I have here with you. You're scared of cold call sellers. Like a lot of this stuff is like, I don't want to work too hard. You doubt yourself. You start telling yourself that like, this is for me. Can I do this? And you always have the backup plan. You have to fall into some craziness. And you don't become successful in wholesaling without being a little crazy. And for me, I mean, the definition of my success has always been delusion. I've always been delusional. And you need a little bit of that when you want to start doing crazy stuff. And once I set my eyes on doing over 1,000 wholesaling deals in a year, that's completely delusional. But I'm getting closer to that every single day. And when you get a point where you say, hey, I want to do 3,000 deals by the time I hit 25 years old, that sounds delusional. But you have to have this crazy belief that you can do it. And we've seen from human beings for thousands of years that it takes the crazy person to think they can do it to do it. Like it is a prerequisite to do something insane, unbelievable, extraordinary, extraordinary to actually believe that you can do it. And that's what I've always had. And that's always what has given me the success. And what you need to do is have that same insane belief in yourself. You have to hypnotize yourself into thinking that you can do it, into thinking that you are the guy, the gal, the person that can become successful, that can actually become a rich and successful person. And you have to start believing in yourself and thinking about it before you start actually doing it. A lot of people say you have to think rich before you are rich, and that is true to a point. But you have to hypnotize your brain into being a little nuts. You have to hypnotize your brain into thinking that you're Zatkin trapped in your body, your situation, Freaky Friday type thing, right? And what I mean by this is, think about this. If we switched Freaky Friday style and you imagine that I am you and I'm in your situation, mom's basement, whatever it is, how would you think, how would you act? How would you get out of this situation? How would you think of your excuses? How would you think of your life? If somebody called you a poopy head on the internet or to your face, would you start crying about it? Or would you say, well, I don't believe that. I don't believe in that notion. That's not something I believe in. What would you do? Would you start sighing to me when you think about making a cold call? Would you start getting nervous when it comes to talking to a seller? Like, what would you do? Would you do everything in your power to become successful and get a wholesaling deal? Would you stop making excuses? Would you think if I switched with you, do you think I would start feeling sorry for myself? Like giving myself reasons why I can't become successful? No. I'd have a complete belief in myself because I've done it before and I can do it again. If you took all the money away from me, took me anywhere in the world, I can find wholesaling deals. If you give me an internet connection, it's all I need. It's all I need. Probably what I would do is I would go to Wholesaling Houses for Real. I would Facebook message everybody who has a deal under contract. I would just go on Zillow, find a for rent guy, and just JV it like that. Literally, that's what I'd probably do. Because I know within 2 hours I can find somebody. Simple. It's just simple, right? And so it's easy as that, right? Like there's people in the comments here, I see Jermaine in the comments. Jermaine's in Atlanta. So all I'm going to do is find a wholesaler in Atlanta that has a deal under contract, JV it with Jermaine, get a quarter of the deal, 20 grand, make a quarter of that. That's $5,000. Boom. Now I got money. Now I can keep going, right? Because I know Jermaine in the comments here, he's doing deals, verified. I give everyone my verification. Jermaine is a verified closer. And if I know he's doing really successful, I'm just going to go to him and say, hey, bro, if I find a deal in Atlanta, would you pay me 25%? You get 25, the other guy gets 50? He's going to say yes. Okay, roger that. So I'm going to go out here. I'm going to go find wholesalers in Atlanta. I have a deal. I can't sell it. Boom. Send it to Jermaine. I know Jermaine's a good guy. He ain't going to screw me. Boom, I made 5 grand. He makes his 5 grand. The guy makes 10 grand. Boom, we're all happy. And that's probably going to take me an hour or two. Just got to message every guy in Atlanta because I'm going to put Atlanta on my Facebook. I'm going to go to all the members in Wholesaling Hustlers for Real. We over 145,000 people in there almost. I can find one guy out of 145,000 as a deal. It's probably 15,000 in Atlanta right now. Find one guy out of 15,000. Boom, get a deal. And so like, I don't find excuses. I don't find issues. Like I don't, oh man, I'm tired today. Oh, it just, life is not meant to be lived by this. Life is not meant for you to be pitter-pattering throughout the day, just getting by. You're not put on this earth for that. You're not put on this earth just to get by and suffer. Life is not so you can be miserable, right? Life is a gift. And it almost comes to the point where it has to almost be taken from you before a lot of people even appreciate it. And once you start understanding this, you realize how every moment is great. And everyone, we get in trouble saying this, but like, there's a lot of instances I've seen with people where they're depressed, they're sad all the time, everything sucks, and they get into one car crash, they get into one scary situation, right? And they see life could be gone like this, and they start appreciating it. Because all these people that are depressed, sad, and all these things, life is still a better alternative than not for anybody out here. And so you have to stop just pitter-pattering and feeling sorry for yourself throughout the day. You were put on this earth for a reason. You were put on this earth to actually do something. And if you are a person who is of substance that actually is looking to make a change in life, that's actually looking to just do something or be somebody, you're meant to have a driven purpose throughout the day. And you have to meet that purpose. And you're watching this because whatever you're doing right now is not fulfilling that purpose. Being an accountant is not fulfilling that, hey, I have a real purpose in my life. That's not your purpose, right? Heck, you can be a teacher and maybe love teaching, but like your purpose isn't to be teaching all day, every day. Maybe your purpose is to get rich and then teaching other people to do that. Right? That's another part of a teacher, right? And so your purpose is something else. And a lot of people's purpose, we got a lot of fathers in here, right? Their purpose is to take care of their kids. And maybe your job right now is not fulfilling that purpose. You have to really start believing you can. Like, would you be sad about your situation? No, if I'm you, I can't be sad. I don't have enough time to be lazy. I can't afford to sleep in. Can't do any of that stupid stuff. I just have to work. This is what it takes. And I love it. I love doing this. I love doing these talks because one person gets it that watches this, maybe two. And then they end up posting, Zach, made 20 grand this month. Thank you so much. That one video changed everything. I get that every day. And so this is what I do. I do it for those people. I don't do it for the person who says, oh yeah, I hear him. Yeah, I hear him. But I ain't going to do anything. It's okay. Guys, you making 60 grand next month and you not making 60 grand a month does not affect the amount of money I make. It does not. But me being able to put my head on the pillow tonight and say, hey, I told everyone exactly everything I know about how they can change their life. The ball is in their court. I can live with that. Same thing. When you make 60 grand, that is your 60 grand. You're not giving me any of that. All the glory goes to you, not me. Okay? Not me. I ain't the guy. Okay? I ain't Kobe Bryant's coach. I don't claim to be Kobe. Kobe gets all the glory, not me. You can't be lazy and sad in this business. One thing you have to understand is the lion does not care about the weak gazelle. Oh, the gazelle, oh, my leg hurts today. The lion doesn't care. He's going to eat you. That is how nature works. I know everyone thinks they're in this civilized society where everything's high and mighty and everything's fair and equal. It is not. It is still cutthroat. It's how business is in the United States of America. I don't care how much sunshine and rainbows you want to throw into wholesaling. It is not this. Okay, the guru's like, it's okay. I'm here to advocate for you, make you feel good. This is not it. This is get off this channel. This ain't the thing. You're here to get you rich. We're here to do it now. The lion does not care before it eats the gazelle how much sleep it had the night before. It does not care. Either you do it, you run fast and you live, or you don't. This is how the jungle works. This is how it all works. The shark, before it eats the fish, does not care about the fish's baby mama drama. I love that. I love the baby mama drama is my favorite. Oh man, it's the baby mama. That's the problem. I can't get into wholesaling. It sounds like a joke, but I get DMs like this all the stupid time. Oh, I got to watch my kid. My baby mama sucks. Dude, you can make a lot of money wholesaling from your house. I know it sounds funny to say. I know it sounds like a joke, but it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Whatever excuse you put in your mind of why you can't become successful takes power from you. Guys, you have to be your top advocate for success. Like, I can root for you, but here's the thing. You and you yourself are the only reason you're going to become successful. And if you are starting to doubt yourself, your only person that can help you become successful is already putting you down. When you start thinking about how bad you are and how successful you're not going to be, and it drives me crazy. It drives me nuts. The shark doesn't care about the fish's issues. It eats the slowest fish. That's how it works. You got to remember, the shark is trying to feed its family too. Well, not really how sharks work. The lion is trying to feed its family, right? And when I say lion, I talk about the female lions because they're the ones that actually out here, and they do the real hunting out here too. But what I'll tell you is, the lion looks at the gazelle and says, I have to feed my family. And the gazelle says, I have to live so I can provide for my family. It's a scary situation. And it's not a fair situation. It really is not fair how either of that works. That's the law of nature. It's how this business works. I hate to tell you this. Hey, go be a realtor. Be a broke realtor if you want everything to be fair. Realtor lands the same way. So you just wake up to reality. You have to believe in yourself. I've made this plea to everybody, but you have to believe in yourself. Remember, don't believe in things that take power away from you. If you want to write that down, write that down. Don't believe in things that take power away from you. Oh man, I'm tired. Does that give you power or does that not give you power? Oh man, my back hurts. I don't know if I can cold call. Does that take power away from you or give you power? Hey, I can do it. That gives you power. Hey, I believe when I talked to the seller today that I'm going to help them. Just start thinking like, does this give me power or does this not give me power? And you will find when you start feeling sorry for yourself, when you start doubting yourself, when you start feeling sad and all, that does not give you power. And it's okay to be sad. Like we're all human beings, right? We all have our situations. We all get tired. We all have some back pain here and there. But do the things that give you the power and feed that so you can become an absolute animal. Start thinking about that. Once you start becoming successful, this whole world's your oyster. And I've been pleading everyone, when you talk to a seller and you actually believe you can help them out, you believe you have a buyer to help you with you, and that is your partner. When you start actually having a belief, confidence is the belief in the words you say and the actions you do, you start becoming really good at talking to sellers, and you start closing wholesaling real estate deals. This is how I get filthy rich wholesaling real estate. I have a delusional belief in my ability to do whatever I put my mind to. That is it. And I always put my head into obtainable goals that are a little above what I think I can do. And then I put a little bit more on there, and that's my goal, what I do, and I always hit it. Once I always feel like I hit my ceiling, I always hit a little above that. And I just keep going higher. That's what you have to do. Now, a lot of people see this and they say, Zach, I want to make $1 billion a month. Okay, we got to stop with this. Okay, we got to stop with the crazy thing. I had a kid told me once he's going to buy a McLaren his first year wholesaling. I'm like, homeboy, we got to buy a rental property first year, man. This is crazy. Right? This guy wanted 300K his first year. I'm like, let's make 10K first, right? So a lot of people have crazy delusional things, but like when I say delusion, it's just like, you got to be a little crazier than the average person. And to get into wholesaling, you got to be a little nuts. But you have no other option. Like you want to work that 9 to 5 job the rest of your life? Wake up to reality, start making the change.